All right, hello students. We're going to go over a few more examples of kind of absolute value and magnitude. I left the definition of magnitude right here to kind of continue to inform us that magnitude is the measurement, of a measurement is its absolute value of its measured. So let's go ahead and look at a few more examples. For each scenario below, use the absolute value to determine the magnitude of each quantity. Maria is sick with the flu, and her weight change as a result of it is represented by -4 pounds. How much weight did Maria lose? Well, like I said, if we take this -4, once again, we show it as the absolute value of -4 because we're talking about the magnitude of loss, it comes out to a +4. So let's go ahead and kind of now identify the situation. Well, Maria's lost, 4 pounds. That is her magnitude. It is because of the word lost here, we don't need to put the negative. The 4 is the indication of the magnitude. All right, so let's go and look at number 5. Jeffrey owes his friend $5. How much is Jeffrey's debt? Well, once again, we take Jeffrey situation here. We find the absolute value to owe somebody something, remember, is a -5. We take the absolute value of it, that becomes a +5 debt. And remember, debt is a negative word. So we're talking about the magnitude of the situation. Let's go and pull that up right there. What is the magnitude? Jeffrey has a $5 debt. There you go. So once again, the magnitude of this debt is $5. And of course, it is shown here by the equation, the absolute value of -5 equals 5. All right, we're going to go over about 3 more problems together. If you'd like to kind of stop the video and try it on your own and then come back to kind of see how it was done, that's perfectly fine. Otherwise, you can go and continue along with me and kind of see how it is if you need a few more examples. The elevation of Niagara Falls, which is located between Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, is 325 feet. How far is that above sea level? So here we go again. So because it is above sea level, how far is this above sea level? Well, since it's above sea level, that is a positive number. So the absolute value of 326 is still 326. So how can I write that as, or how do I need to write that as a magnitude? So let's go ahead and get our text box out here. And we could say it is 325 feet above sea level. It is 326, not 325. I apologize. Feet above, sea level. There we go. There we go. So that is the magnitude of Niagara Falls. All right, here we go. Next one. How far below zero is -16 degrees Celsius? So once again, we're taking the number presented. This is a -16. The absolute value of -16, of course, is +16. So now if we write that as a magnitude, let's go and get our text box out here. We can simply say that -16, let's go ahead and put degrees Celsius, is 16 degrees. Was it below sea level? Since it's a negative, of course, we're talking about 16, the magnitude of 16 degrees below sea level. Okay, we don't ever say that a magnitude is a negative number. Magnitude, like absolute value, is always positive. All right, so let's go ahead and go over one more situation. Frank, number 8. Frank received a monthly statement for his college savings account. It listed the positive 25 as plus 25. The positive $100 as plus 100. It has a withdrawal of 25 as -25. The statement shows the overall ending balance of $835.50. How much money did Frank add to his account this month? Well, let's go ahead and kind of how much did he take out? and what is the total amount Frank had in the savings. So what they're asking us to do is kind of take each situation. How much did he add? Well, that's a deposit. So let's go ahead and get the blue marker out. How much did he add? Well, that's the deposit. Okay, so of course a positive 100 absolute value is equal to 100. All right, let's go ahead and get our text box out. So what does this mean? Remember, a magnitude is a meaning, kind of what is the situation? Well, this means that Frank added $100 to his account or to his bank account. So that's kind of the first situation. The second situation, he withdrew $25, which is the negative 25. So what that means is negative 25. The absolute value of negative 25, is equal to positive 25. So how do I write this as a statement? So once again, in relation to Frank's account, Frank now, what he didn't add to it, he took from it. So Frank took, what was it, $25? $25 out of his account. Remember the dollar sign, I always see this a lot. Dollar sign for both of these, remember, goes in front. The dollar sign does not go behind. So please make sure you're not making that mistake. And the last one here, we have what was Frank's total amount Frank had in savings account. So the statement showed an overall ending balance of $835.50. Even decimals and fractions have absolute values or have specific magnitudes. So the absolute value of 835.50, of course, is equal to 835.50. So I'm doing this over and over again to show this is how you state an absolute value answer as an equation. Okay, if I'm asking you to find an absolute value and write it as an equation, we need to make sure we write it in this proper form. It's kind of one reason why we're doing it over and over again. So now we have to go ahead and write kind of the magnitude of the situation. So what is it? Frank's the total of Frank's balance is, there you go, the total. I kind of thought about it for a moment before I just simply wrote stuff down. The total of Frank's account is 185.5. Oops, I forgot to put the dollars. Total of Frank's account is $835.50. So there you go. I forgot to put the comma there. Not comma, apostrophe there. So go ahead and it helped me out. All right, so number 9, I want you to read this one on your own. I want you to go ahead and give it a try and go ahead and answer the question being asked based on the information provided. So go ahead and stop the video and go ahead and work on number 9, and then go ahead and work on the following activity.